College and your post-university Eagles men's basketball team. Here are the starting lineups first for the visiting Griffins. At guard, a 6-foot freshman from Frisco, Virginia, number 3, Jeremiah Gorham. At guard, a 6-foot junior from Sayreville, New Jersey, number 4, Kamal Lee. At forward, a 6'9" senior from Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey, number 21, Landon Shivers. At guard, a 6'2" freshman from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, number 23, Amari Dow. And at center, a 6'8" senior from Madrid, Spain, number 34, Alejandro Redondo Saibac. Griffins are led by head coach Andrew Radonicki in his 3rd season, assistant coaches Omar Jackson, Colin Flash, and DC Gatley. And now, the starting lineup for your post-university Eagles. At forward, a 6'6" grad student from Glenarden, Maryland, number 2, Derek Thomas II. At guard, a 6'2" senior from Meriden, Connecticut, number 4, Trent Duncan. At guard, a 6-foot junior from Waterbury, Connecticut, number 12, Zion Lotz. At forward, a 6'7" junior from Manchester, New Hampshire, number 14, Dang Akak. And at guard, a 6-foot junior from Brockton, Massachusetts, number 21, Taquan Williams. The Eagles led by head.
Hey folks, and welcome in to the Drumner Center for Game 2 of our basketball doubleheader as the Post-University Eagles, sitting at 7-11 and 6-4 in conference, play host to the Chestnut Hill College Griffins, who sit 7-10 overall and a 5-5 record in the CACC. The women's matchup in this game just went underway. We had a real good one, tight wire-to-wire win for the Post-University Eagles, and now the men's version of this one gets underway here in just a moment. Two teams that are right there next to each other in conference. A big 5-5, 4 different teams, 5-5 in conference right now. Chestnut Hill at number 7, but could very well be number 3 at the end of the day if things go well for them. And for Post, trying to catch Goldie Beacom and Felician, who is perfect 10-0 in conference, and would love to get a win over a team that's grouped right next to them. Chestnut Hill already beat Post earlier this year, and the first shot of the game is going to come from Post as Trey Duncan gets us started. Starting lineups here for Chestnut Hill to begin. Jeremiah Gorham and Kamal Lee are going to be your guards. Landon Shivers, Amari Dow, and Alejandro Redondo Saibac is going to be your front court, with Redondo Saibac being one of the top scorers at 14 points. Also has 9.4 rebounds per game. The European big man can really do it all, hailing from Madrid, Spain. Shot at the end of the shot clock goes to Gorham, and he picks up 2. For Post, Derek Thomas II, Trey Duncan, Zion Lott, Dingakak, and Taquan Williams are going to be your starters. Swing it into the corner. Thomas will relocate to Akak. Here's Zion Lott at a big scoring effort against Dominican a couple of games ago. A win for the Eagles, a close win for the Eagles at that. And shot by Kamal Lee goes wide. Duncan throws it into the half court, and it's going to hit the timeline as Williams will unfortunately be hit with the back court. Dondo Saibac gives it up to Dow. Eventually finds a way to Shivers. Lee chased off his spot. Finds space. Exits late. 3-point ball on the way by Saibac. That's out. Computer science major from South Puget Sound Community College. Thomas thought about it. Gives it up to Zion Lott. Lott's going to lose it. And one. It's going to be the call. Hoop and the harm for Taquan Williams, the leading scorer. As Post takes an early 5-2 lead. Williams 77% at the line, was an all-academic selection in his career so far. The lefty knocks it down from Brockton, Massachusetts. Post will put some pressure on, but nothing too crazy. And Cody Schaffel here on the call. We thank you for joining us. A big win for the Post women against Chestnut Hills Lady Griffins. Now the men's matchup. Cyback is tied up. Duncan got in there. Going to flip the possession arrow. Will stay here for the moment. Cock fights over the screen, and he will get a little too grabby trying to get through it. So good screen by Shivers. So they will fix the shot clock. So 6 was on the shot clock. They're going to amend it to 20. Quick shot, and it's going to skip off the backboard and the rim for Amari Dow. Williams, acrobatic, but can't hit it. Blocked by Duncan. Good rejection by Trey. Up ahead. Lott, corner. No. Cyback. Easy money. Lott chasing. Cock all the way to the rack and uses that length to keep his defender on his back. Eight to 4 early. Post with the lead. Dow creates some space. Nifty with the offhands. Going reverse with it too. Amari Dow, big shot. The freshman averaging 13 points. Archer's career has been great. Williams, yes sir. Good spin to the outside. Finishes with the offhand as well. It's loose. Redondo Cyback with it. And that's a touchdown pass to the wall. And this was supposed to start at 2 p.m., went around 2:10-ish, just a little bit off schedule. Usually name of the game there. Williams will spin, but finds himself in some traffic. Lott, left hand, and a shot for 3. Stanley Niekwe, who was in pretty early in this one. Thomas will stop the run there. Scully into the corner. Lott, second effort this time, a little bit too long. So Harry Scully in the game, Stanley Niekwe. Two freshmen in early. Two international freshmen. Harry Scully from Lake Slip Ireland, and Niekwe, Manchester, England. Williams will get screened. Great slip by Lee, but he leaves it short. Scully will travel. Lost the handle on it. Gianni Thompson is in. So that's 24, Anthony Chin. Did not see Chin in the Dominican contest. Last one I was here for. They were on the road last time and lost a close one to Felician. Scully gets back tapped. Dow to the rim, and an easy lay for two. They're down by just two now, 10-8. First few minutes down. Like I said, 10-8 your score with Post in the lead. Thompson to Scully. He's going to set them a screen. Williams thought about it. Ends up taking it. Niekwe gets it. Back out to Williams, who passes around the perimeter. 14 to shoot. Niekwe darts around. Scully back out. Williams back tapped. Or it should be Chin back tapped, excuse me. And Anthony Chin is going to lose the ball. A black ball down here. Kamali passes it in. And they split the trap. Numbers into the corner. Three-point ball on the way. That's missed. Tyler Spencer, first time we called his name off the bench for Chestnut Hill. Chin to the rack. And again, we'll lose it. Back-to-back possessions and ends on a turnover from Anthony Chin. And the Derry, New Hampshire native will get subbed out for Cape Holden. The best hair in the conference. Easy winner, number 3. A very hard worker. Niekwe and Thompson combined for a big block. Dow's open, drives, then comes back out, resets. Gets the screen, back out. Zyback, nope. 0 for 2 for 3 today. Scully up the floor quick. Keeps the defender on his hip. That's a tough finish. He can't get it to go. Lot, offensive board. Niekwe working hard today. Lot, the leading scorer in the win against Dominican on Tuesday. Scully try to get it down to Cape Holden and turn the ball over. We've been stuck at 10-8 for the last few minutes. Dow drives, loses it, out on post. Marshall Baker will come in for Kamal Lee. Gorman, quick shot. He drains it. 3-point ball for Gorman. First time out taken. We'll take it with you. 11-10. First lead of the night for the Griffins. So we are back. 11-10, a big three by Jeremiah Gorman pushed the lead and gave it to Chestnut Hill. Thompson, offensive foul. He left it short and shoved off, extended with the elbow. So early on in this game, rebounding is favoring Post. They are out rebounding the Griffins 11-5. But also have 7 turnovers to just 1. Chestnut Hill. Gorman kicks it out. 3-point ball on the way from Baker. He can't get it. And some putback offense from Tyler Spencer. 13-10. Lot yet to score. That's a fancy way to get your first 2 points of the game. Tough shot by Zion Lott. 1 for 3 now from the field. His first 2-point field goal taken is a make. Gorham punches it out of bounds. Last touch. No, they're going to say post. They're going to say post possession. Oh, excuse me, not post possession. Chestnut Hill possession. And we'll eventually reverse it. So it is post. And punched out by Gorham. Iverson cut for Lott. Thomas gets rejected the screen from Thomas, I should say. Williams going baseline. Step back. Oh, baby. Big shot. Taquan Williams. He now has 8 after that 3-point make. Dow, very impressed. He get to a spot. He doesn't have any wasted movement at all. He knows where he wants to get to and gets there. Ends up being a foul as I believe Baker to the line. Thomas with the foul. That's his second. Now you got to start monitoring him, and he will come out. Stanley Nyekwe will be the replacement. Head coach Mark Kuntz, a spirited individual for sure. Mad at Thomas for having his second picked up already this early into the contest. And Dangakok with the rebound there. Lott misses. Good defense by Chestnut Hill there. And on the ground goes Dang. Pops out. 3-pointer on the way. It's nothing but net. Amari Dow, the Philly native, knocks it down. Duncan, he's answer no good. Kamal Lee with the board. Dow, why not a second time? Just out. You can tell he thought it looked good. Lott, fake spin. Finds Williams. He'll relocate for 3, and he's hitting it. 11. For Taquan Williams already. He's feeling it. Could be one of those nights. 14.4 points per game. Also good for 4 boards and 4 assists. Cyback, that's a tough bucket. Alejandro Redondo Cyback. He's up to 6, and Williams answers right back. Blow for blow as they trade the lead. 20-19. Dow gives it up. Blocked from behind, but a foul. Spencer tried for the world ender. Didn't quite have it, but will go to the line for 2. Good things happen to those who drive. 80% free throw shooter. So Tyler Spencer from up north in Canada, from Markham, Ontario, hits the first. Transferred from D3 Keene and is studying business administration. Chestnut Hill, a good pickup for Andrew Domicki, 30 and 44 in 3 seasons here at Chestnut Hill. And they will split 20-20. Niekwe is going to get fouled as Spencer gets a swipe of him. 20 on the shot clock. Harry Scully will pass it in. National Player of the Year in Ireland in high school. The point guard of the future here for the Eagles. Duncan relocates, almost gets a good layup to get in. Mari Dow gets poked and let it go all the way down off a post last. Sloppy handoff as Dow almost kicks it away. Some space for Baker. Needed a little bit more. But Shivers gets it up. Dow misses. Taquan Williams with the ball. 4 of his last 5. Gives it up. Niekwe, who just picked up his first college points against Dominican. Gets it to go. Holds the high jump record in high school, where he ran track and field, as well as all county in basketball. Baker to Shivers, and will stay down this way. 8 to shoot. As Dow comes off for the first time, he will leave scoring 7, a team high for Chestnut Hill. 6 behind the game lead of Taquan Williams with 13. Four to shoot. It's going to be Kamal Lee from way downtown. Gets some rim. And Thompson, little hand fighting. That won't go his way. Him and Landon Shivers. Camden Burns in for the first time today. Slim lead. Brody Limerick in for the first time as well, and Thomas back on the floor. Does not want to pick up his third. Rough pass. Eventually gets to Camden Burns. Kamal Lee is doubled. Williams ends up picking it up. Didn't have enough time to sling it down court. Limerick thought about it. Hands it off. Thomas, tough jumper, is off. 5.5 approaching as we exit this first half. Offensive board by Burns off the deep three from Kamal Lee. He's taken a couple. Lee actually 0 for 3 from distance. It's loose. Lee with it, 7 seconds. Shivers is pushed and can't complete the three-point play. Chestnut Hill scoreless in the last 2.5 and are 1 of 6 of the last 6 field goal and three-point field goal tries. Post also in a 1.5-minute drought. Drought is broken up with Shivers hitting from the free throw line. He is a 76% marksman, and he nets them both. Tied up, 22 all. Trying to find Holden, couldn't get him free. Thomas drives, will turn around, another tough shot. Lott! Oh, up and over everybody to pluck it from the air and put it in. That's a tough bucket by Zion Lott. Let it go, and it's nothing but net for Jeremiah Gordon. 35% from 3 on good efficiency from him. He knocks it down. That's his second three-point jump shot. Scully gets rejected. Thomas, he also gets blocked, but a foul. Scully sent to the shadow realm, and then Thomas, he almost got rejected too. But they're going to say a block. That's off, and out comes Spencer. In comes Redondo Cyback. Niekwe also on the floor as Post makes a change. And Thomas makes it 25-25. Derek Thomas, the second, a graduate. Glenarden, Maryland. Molly, tough bucket. Back and forth they go. Post has held the lead for most of the game at 69% of the run time. But it's been back and forth as Lott ties it back up. Both teams shooting decently well from the floor. Paint points heavily favor Post, while the three-point mark has also been even. Williams into the paint, and one! Another highlight finish for the junior out of Brockton. Mike Vesey put that one on Instagram. Williams trying to push the lead to 3. And he will. It's in one of those zones right now. 6 of 8 shooting, 2 of 3 from 3, 2 of 2. And has been finishing through contact and creating space Again, one of them nights for Williams. He's looking at 30. Already has 15. Nyekwe put the leg out, no call, and then a travel on the other end by Camden Burns. We'll see how Chestnut Hill adjusts. Lott pass to Nyekwe. Great play. The block from behind. Second effort. Nyekwe stays with it. And they're going right into some pressure, trying to capitalize. They get it away. Up ahead, Ryback quickly puts it in. 32-29. Lott as the ball gets moved around. Nyekwe wants it from distance, gets it from distance. Timeout taken by Post. Nyekwe lines one up, knocks it down, his first career three-point field goal. We will take the timeout with you. 6-point advantage as Post now has their largest lead of the game. (35-29) Post with a lead, their largest lead now, up to 6 after the three-point ball by Stanley Nyekwe. And he's going to be the anchor on this trap, and they'll split it again. Redondo Cyback up to Kamal Lee. Jeremiah Gorham wearing number 3 has hit a couple of threes. Great poke by Thomas. Out in transition go the Eagles. Lott. Oh, he blows the bunny. Change into transition opportunity for Chestnut Hill, and no basket. Traveled before. And Shivers almost had a transition layup, but too many steps. Nyekwe will face. Duncan thought about it. Williams, no hesitation. Rebound goes to Dow. Approaching 1 minute left. And Gorham leaves it short. His first three-point miss. Williams wraparound, punched out by Kamal Lee. 26 seconds to shoot for Post, exactly a minute left on the game clock. Duncan fall away. Oh, you bet. Trey Duncan. He's up to 5. way off by Redondo Ryback, and Nyekwe definitely did alter the shot. Coach Kuhn saying hold for the last shot, and they can dribble it out. How do they do it? Baseline offense, everyone down there. It's just Lee and Williams. 6 to shoot. Taquan kicks it. Duncan! No. So we will pause the action here. 37-29, an 8-point lead, the largest for Post. And it's a 5-0 run the last 2 minutes to give them that 8-point lead. We will be back in a moment. 15 minutes on the clock. Cody Schauffele here from the Drumner Center. First half action down, second half shaping up to be real fun. About a minute and a half before we return to action here at the Drummer Center. Cody Schaffler here on the call. We appreciate everyone joining us again, and also want to wish everyone a safe weekend with the snow coming in the New England area. Hope everyone is bunkered in, stay home for a couple days, hang out, watch some movies, get the Patriots on tomorrow, all that good stuff. But this game, been fun. Taquan Williams, one of them nights, 16 points already, 6 of 9 shooting, 2 of 4 from 3, 2 of 2 from free throw. We have 4 different Eagles with 4 rebounds. Thomas, Lott, Nyekwe, and Williams. 2 assists from Taquan Williams, and a couple of blocks, couple of steals here and there. Only 8 turnovers. They've been keeping it to a minimum. 7 fouls. No one really in much trouble, but Thompson, Thomas, and Aycock both have 2. On Chestnut Hill side, it's Cyback and Gorham who have been doing most of the scoring. Cyback down low, Gorham from the three-point line. They both have 8, and Amari Dow has kind of been getting to wherever he wants to go. He has 7, 3 assists or 3 rebounds for him as well as Alejandro Redondo Cyback. And 2 assists for Gorham, Lee, and Spencer, 2 blocks from Shivers. 6 turnovers, only 4 fouls. Points in the paint favor Post at 20-10. Second chance points about even, fouls about even, like we mentioned, steals about even, turnovers about even, and the rebounding favors Post a bit, 21-16. So the buzzer goes. We got that right in the nick of time. So good professionalism on my end. Shout out me, Pat, Cody Schaffler here. Thank you for joining us. We had the Post University Eagles and Chestnut Hill Griffins women's team go at it earlier today, and that was a real fun one. Where Post ended up with a about 11-point double-digit lead as Gorham starts the scoring early with a three-pointer. He's now to 11 on the contest, knocks the lead down to 5. Duncan can't answer. Dang it, Cock, though. He gets it on the offensive rebound. Zion Lott drives to the paint, met by Shivers. Doesn't get the block, but gets the alteration of the shot. Corner by Dow. And Dow, he goes up. Strong finish with the left hands. Again, these two teams played earlier this year, and it was a win for Chestnut Hill. A tight one in overtime, 70-66. Are you checking on that one? Thomas had a post-high 20 and a game-high 20. He also had 9 rebounds. 13 for Taquan Williams, already has surpassed that, and Duncan had 10. That was interesting. Johnny Thompson fouled out. It was Dang Cock who had 4. He probably didn't play. He had 9 rebounds, tied for the team lead. 17 turnovers and 18 personal fouls, just 38 rebounds. On the other side, it was a complete team effort. We had 4 in double digits as that gets popped out to Dang Cock. He goes towards the rim, pops it out. Taquan Williams, he goes to the rim. Falls down hard. He'll go to the line. 15 for Gorham, 14 for Alejandro Cyback, 12 for Dow, 15 for Shivers in that first matchup, 15 rebounds for Alejandro Redondo Cyback as well. Knocked down a 3-point shot, 15 turnovers, just a real back-and-forth game. Now, which it was the Griffins who pulled away with the victory, and now Post going out for revenge, and Chestnut Hill trying to keep trends the way they are. Post is 12-6 all-time against Chestnut Hill, but have lost the last 3. So Post trying to reverse that streak. Williams stays up top, navigates the screen, stays glued to Gorham. Dow just lulling him to sleep. Here goes Post the other way after the Cock rebounds. Thomas, trailer, can't hit it. Post opens up 0 for 3 from the field in this half. Did have two free throws knocked down by Taquan Williams to get to 18. Dang it, Cock. It gets blocked. Shivers, his third rejection of the contest. Trailing, he's going to give it up. Redondo side back misses. Spin by Williams, and he gets tripped up, but they're going to say that's on him. A traveling violation. Williams, like a 3 safety, picks it off. Niekwe gives it back. He'll ghost the screen, slip. Watt turns the corner, gets to the basket. And their first field goal make of the second half. Back into the post. Side back going to work. Back out Gorham. He's been hot from distance and misses everything on that one. Gorham from Bristow, Virginia. A freshman averaging 13 points. He and Dow have really picked up scoring in their first seasons in college ball. Made the transition nicely. Williams is forced into the pass. Dangakok turnaround is nothing but net. Started his collegiate career in Oklahoma, that West Oklahoma State, a junior college. Rebounds to the Griffins. And Gorham stays hot. Niekwe sets the screen. Williams gets caught up. A cock to the basket. He has a few. Dangakok up to 6. Shot. Lee buries it. 45-41 the score. Niekwe into the corner. Lott will let it go. Gorham with the rebound. He pushes the pace. Shivers. Stopped by Niekwe. Denied. Board goes to post. Lott. He's pushing the pace. Dangakok will take a little short jumper. He's 3 for his last 3. Dangakok on fire. And Dang up to 8 now. Lee turns the corner, tries to dump it off. Loose ball goes to Dangakok, fights off Redondo Cyback. And now posts. Lott will go to the line. 47-41. So Lott will shoot 2. First free throws for him. Both teams have shot 6. Post with 5 makes, Chestnut Hill with 4. Whole bunch of three-point shots, 21 long-distance fires for Chestnut Hill, 15 for Post. Trying to trap. They got Lee and he's going to have to burn a timeout. No one was in the area to help him out. And a 30-second timeout on the board. We will keep it here. $14-17 left to go in this second half. 49-41. Both teams shooting roughly 500% since we got back from the break. Cody Shapley here with you. We thank you for joining us here today in a very chilly New England day. I'm wearing 2 sweaters. I am cold. Everyone's cold. It's going to be 4 degrees when I walk outside. I hate it. I initially didn't have to work today, and I told myself I wouldn't, and I talked myself into it. But we got some good basketball, so I guess it makes up for it. I'll take it. Money's money, you know. And always fun to hang out with my friends here at Post. Redondo dancing around, doesn't get called for nothing. Offensive board, that's Tyler Spencer, and he'll go to the charity stripe for a pair. Knocks it down. Spencer, 80%. He is now 2 for 3. Eight players used by Chestnut Hill. 11 deep. Post is gone. Thompson to the cup, puts it in. Jai Thompson from Boston, Massachusetts. The Canisius transfer. He's averaging 7 points per game. And Williams looks like got hit in the eye. He'll come off. He's been quiet, just 2 points since coming back from break. See this armband has a little blood on it. He's been getting beaten up, going to the rim a couple of times. The Hills had good ball movement all day. Kicked it out. Spencer tries his luck from 3. No good. Scully with the board. He pulls it down. Pushes the pace. They'll pass it around. Relocate. Lott. Take the tough jumper. Miss it. Niekwe read it beautifully off the rim. O-board for the Eagles. And through the hip out. And, yep. My legal screen threw the hip out a little bit, trying to catch the defender, and Thompson picks up the foul. Eight-point lead, their largest. And last time that Chestnut Hill had the lead. It was about 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Set the screen, going to the rack, denied. That's Chin with the denial. Up ahead to Scully. Harry Scully. He's at Zion Lott, leaves the defender in the duck. Dang, it caught. Three-pointer is off. He was feeling it from 2-point land. Chin relocates and can't capitalize on the offensive rebound. Bodies hit the floor. Here we go. Breakneck pace we're going at. 6 to shoot, and a travel on the end of Redondo Cyback. Chestnut Hill comes into play today 7-10. We're 14-14 a season ago. Lost in the quarterfinals to Bridgeport 85-81. Are 0-8 on the road this season, while maintaining a nice 7-1 record at home. So they've had tough times on the road, including an 0-4 start to their season. Scully to the rack. And defeated post earlier this year. Cyback 8th in the country in defensive rebounds per game. Quick shot. Probably not the best to get. Tyler Spencer, he misses it. Thomas zips it to the corner. Duncan, 3-ball, no. And Thomas loses it. But will stay here post-possession, 53-43, 10 points now, their largest lead of the game. Have maintained possession of the lead for 80% of this contest. And just 10% for Chestnut Hill. The other 11% we've stayed tied. Scully steps it back, won't let it go. 8 to shoot. Thomas, he'll step it back. And he misses, just short. Pull-up jumper is short. That's Camden Burns. Post with it now. Scully dribbles, trying to get past Redondo Cyback, and stuck on his hip, a travel. And Scully will come off the floor as Williams finally checks back in, Taquan Williams. Sitting on 18 points. So he only has 2 this half. 16 in the first. But all it takes is one layup or a free throw for him to get going. Turnaround jumper by Spencer is in, 53-45. Dang tried to get to the basket. Will flip it up over the defense. Rebound pulled down by Chestnut Hill. Post with a rebounding advantage, 33-25. Dow thought about it. We'll go back to the basket now. He's lost. Loses it. 6 to shoot. Cyback bottled up. Gorham has to get it off. It's in time. And Lott rebound. Here come post. 4-on-2. A cock. Give it to Thomas towards the lane. Misses the lefty layup. Numbers for Chestnut Hill now. Gorham into Duncan. And the foul comes late. And it is on Duncan. And Gianni Thompson already at 4 personal fouls. Three for Thomas. Niekwe will come in. And with a made free throw, timeout coming, and here it is. 53-47 will leave you there. 9:02 left to go in regulation. 6-point lead for the Eagles. So fresh off the timeout, here we go. Like we mentioned, 53-47 as we return here to the Drumner Center. Cody Shalfu on the call. Been a fun day of basketball here in Waterbury, Connecticut. And as Chestnut Hill, both the men's and the women's programs, putting up good fights against the Eagles. And both games the Eagles have held the lead for most of this one. Will Chestnut Hill come back? Well, it's for the next 8 minutes and 45 seconds of game time to dictate. Gorham, hesitation step towards the rim. He won't knock it down, but will get to the free throw line. Gorham leaves it short. His first free throw miss is a 68% shooter from the free throw line. Has started in all but 2 games this season. A few different starting lineups the Griffins have thrown out there. A few different starting lineups Post has thrown out there throughout the year. Duncan, Thomas, Williams, the mainstays, Zion, a lot as well. Really, that final spot has kind of been rotated a few times. Thompson playing with 4 fouls, knocks down the 3 ball. Pushes the lead back up to 8. Burns kicks it out. Alejandro Redondo Cyback, his first 3-pointer of the game. Oh, zips it in there to Thompson, who flails his arm. And Thompson will go to the free throw line. He's perfect from the field. Can he stay that way from the line? He knocks it down. True shooting percentage at 100 right now for Thompson. Keeps it up. He is efficient, 46, 43, 72 his shooting splits. Cyback will be fouled before the shot. Dengakok picks up his 3rd. Fouls have kind of been his Achilles heel. And a big reason why Dengakok only plays about 22 minutes a game. Cyback picks it up on the 1-on-1. 7 fouls already for Post. 7 fouls committed total. Chestnut Hill's end. Williams will run the offense. Lott kicks it down to Thomas, who comes back out to the 3-point line. Thompson. And they can play 5 out here. They will. Williams clears things out and gets his first field goal of the second half. 7 of 10 shooting for Taekwon. Gorham, short. Has cooled down a bit. He does have a team-high 16, though. Cyback right behind him with 15. What a move, but can't roll it home. Gorham steps it back, hits every part of the rim but the bottom. 7-point advantage for the Eagles as we head to 6 minutes remaining. Thompson can't get by Syback. Good defense by the Spaniard. But with him out here, no one to defend Williams to the basket. He's too shifty. Scully bodies up Burns, and Burns falls away and hits it. They're going to move into a zone to try to keep Williams out of the paint. So now Post will try to slow it down. Williams corner three. And Burns pulls it down. Dow. He'll get bumped. Foul on Thomas. That's his fourth. So now him and Thompson one more away. Yeah, Akaku has three. Niekwe has nothing, but your front court depth is fading by the minute. Yeah, Brody Limerick, Niekwe, and then I guess Anthony Chin if you need. He's played a couple minutes here. We haven't seen Brandon Beeman minutes all year. Dow knocks it down for the first of two. Scully into an area, pulls out. Thomas trying to find the best pass. And Williams, good defense. Kamal Lee jumped the pass early and forced the redirect and then ultimately the travel. Errant pass, trying to find Dow into the stands. (62-57). Chestnut Hill trying to claw their way back in. Largest lead of the game was 10. Last time that was 53-43. That was halfway through. And Williams on the ground trying to make the pass to Thomas, who wasn't ready for it. Timeout. We'll take the break. 62-57. Here we go. 4:26 left. Could get dangerous for both teams. 62-57. Right now, the Eagles in foul trouble. 8 already committed. So anything here, even ticky-tack fouls, will result in shots. And just a 5-point game that can add up quick, especially if Chestnut Hill dives to the basket a little bit more and creates some pressure. Lee, the opposite what I just said. 3-pointer early in the shot clock. Dow is fouled. Flips it up and out. But now, next foul results in 2 automatic free throws. Dow's first is short, 71% from the line. It's at 32.9 minutes per game. They do run their starters a good amount. He's second on the team. Him and Gorham, 2 and 3, the freshman, and then Redondo Cyback, the leader, the senior, at just under 34. Zips it to Duncan, wide open, need it, can't get it. Dangakok gets it back. Duncan this time, no, but foul comes in on who? Tyler Spencer is going to get. And it's going to be shooting. So they're going to put Duncan on the free throw line. And pushes the lead back up to 5. So the press in the corner, breaks it. Whoop, I think that was a pass. Either way, Redondo Cyback puts it in, whether he knew what it was or not. And again, the zone has helped. Williams with a nice little run himself. Since going to the zone, it hasn't been as easy. And who's it off? Chestnut Hill last. Thomas quickly off the inbound. Nope. Rebound to Kamal Lee. Kicks it to Spencer. Goes right at Duncan. Gets him in the air and can't finish. But can get the Griffins within 2. And again, the 10th foul committed. Everything from here on out will be 2 shots. So despite the 4-point disadvantage, Chestnut Hill, you might say, might be in the driver's seat here as long as they can just run their offense well enough. Rebounding has evened out. Turnovers have been evened out. Bench points and points in the paint favor post, but other than that, it's been pretty even. 13 to 11 the turnovers. Post has 2 more. Zion Lott been a little quiet. 10 points. Everyone's been quiet. Compared to Taquan Williams. Dangakok, who had a nice little run by himself to begin the frame, misses there. Dow. No. Own rebound. No. Thomas pulls it down. Still at 2. Williams, shifty, zips it. Lott can't get it. Next basket, will either tie or take the lead. They can get it here. Dow finds Gorham, finds Cyback, and lays it in uncontested. Tie game for the next 2 minutes. It was an overtime victory for Chestnut Hill last time these two teams played earlier this year. Can we be finding extra basketball again? Zion Lott pulls it out. Cut, score, Zion Lott. Timeout post. Full timeout. We will take it as well. Zion Lott breaks the tie, keeps post in the lead, 66-64. You don't want to go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting good. Zion Lott, just a number to keep out there. Big three gives Chestnut Hill the lead, and a timeout called as they'll take time. Big three by Tyler Spencer. It's ice cold outside. It's heating up here in the Drubner. We'll keep it here, just kind of set this scene. First thing we're going to talk about is fouls. Barely any fouls on the ends of Chestnut Hill. They've committed 8 all game, 3 by Spencer, the only player in quote-unquote trouble. Now, Thompson and Thomas on post side, they're playing on the edge. One more, they're out. 3 for Duncan, 3 for Dangakok as well. Daquan Williams, 16 points in the first half. Held to just 6 here in the second half. And it's been a tale of two halves. 29 points for Chestnut Hill in the first half. They're up to 38 now. 29 points in the second half for Post. They had 37 in the first. So it's the scales have tilted. It helps when you shoot 14 free throw attempts to just 6. And that's the half discrepancy from Chestnut Hill. They've gotten the line a lot more, been knocking them down. Threes are about even, but they just begin the line. It's as simple as that. 12 of their points this half have come from the free throw line. 8 for Post. But they're leading that battle by 5 more makes. Johnny Thompson out there again. He's playing with 4 fouls. A minute to go. Williams gets stripped. Still loose. No look pass. Dangakok puts it in. They're up by 1. This is going to come down to the final shot most likely. Kamal Lee sets up his offense. These two teams have battled. Dow finds a lane, flips it up, just out. Loose. Staying here with Posts. So they're up by 1, 37.8. And they're going to start the fouling early. Again, they have take fouls. They have plenty. That's just 5 fouls. They have 2 more take fouls if they want. Or one more take foul if they want it. And they are. They are going to take it. Again, next foul results in 1-and-1s, and this is the beauty of not hacking all game is you have plenty of opportunities to swing the game in your favor. Back to Williams. They're going to send the double. And they're going to foul Dengakok. And Deng will go to the line 57%. 1-and-1. He hit the shot to go up by 1. Wide base. Shot clock non-existent the rest of the way. The New Hampshire native. So they will allow the sub late. Thomas comes in. Thompson comes off. He knocks down the first. On his tippy toes, knocks down the second. 3-point game. Now the question is, do you foul? Down 3. Timeout called. $19.6. So this gives the age-old question. Do you foul up 3 to only give them a chance to go to 2? Or to score 2 and go within 1? Do you play it out and let your defense go? That's a conversation that Coach Mark Kuntz here in his 9th season with Post, 10th overall coaching. 126 career wins with Post, 136. Went to the CACC championships last year and the NCAA's the year before that. Spent time at University of New Hampshire, UMass Lowell, Wilmington in Ohio, Norwich, and was a student manager at Xavier the same time James Posey and David West were there. Mark Carbone, his first season, had stints at Citrus College and Cal Baptist and played at UNH Cal Baptist in San Diego. Zach Penn, his first season, assistant coach at Southern Connecticut State, played at Southern Connecticut State. Chris Tipton, his second year, assistant coach at Wilmington, and played at Capital University where he played baseball. Coach Domeke, assistant coach at Widener, played at Widener, assistant coach at Temple and Lafayette. Omar Jackson, Colin Flack, and DC Gately, their coaching staff on the other side. Comes down to them. How do they drop this next 20 seconds? They'll clear out. No foul yet. They might early, but you can't foul. They brought back Thomas. Charge! Keeps Thomas in the game. Switches possession. As they put a charge on Gorham. Thomas, the biggest defensive play. Deng comes off. Here comes Scully. They can feel it at the Drubner. That's a huge call. And offensive foul on post. So they go back and forth. Craziness. And because an offensive foul won't go down as a team foul, won't go down as free throws. So Chestnut Hill gets their chance at redemption. And 2 shots for Dow. It's going to go on Zion Lott. So here's Dow, the freshman, 71%. First is missed. Do they go for the intentional miss or just go for the make to make it a 2-point game? Still have a 1-and-1. And he makes the second. Timeout called. So Chestnut Hill, again, has that luxury of they can get a foul, go to the 1-and-1. I doubt they'll go for the steal. So we'll see what the plan is here. Do they foul right away? Do they go for the steal with 10.6 left? Again, still a 1-on-1 out there to be had. They got Dingakok on the first one. He's out of the game. Sure, they'll keep him out, put ball handlers and free throw shooters out there. So it's Scully at just 29%. He will throw it in. Thomas, 76%. Williams, 77%. Lott, he's at 74%. Duncan, who's at 50%. Williams gets away, and he'll go to 1-on-1. 7.7 remains. So 1-and-1. And Williams, probably the best one you want due to his 4 for 4 today. They've only missed one. And they're going to bring Dengakok in there for defense. They'll put Lott and Duncan down to rebound with Thomas and a cock out. Williams nets it. 3-point contest. This one to put him up 2 possessions. He misses. Chestnut Hill has to go. Gorham pulls up. 3-point on the way. No good. And posts. Is going to hang on with .8. Not much they can do left. Gorham, the freshman, pulls up the shot. Misses. 1.4 on the clock, so not dead yet. Duncan. And right side back, obviously not meaning much in that. So 1.1 on the clock. They're going to throw it back up there. 2 shots. We'll see. I heard, 1.1. About to say, I heard the referee say so. Spencer with 4 fouls. 1 here is all they need. Got it. Duncan puts it away there. And what a game from both sides. Post had the lead early. Chestnut Hill had a lead late. Last lead came with 1:36 left. And it's the Post University Eagles who do the darn thing and pull out the tight wire-to-wire win. 2 outstanding games here as Post men's and women's basketball comes away with the win. Next up, it's back home on Wednesday against University of Bridgeport before a weekend date with Holy Family to end January. And then it's at home against Goldie Beacom before Holy Family on the road on February the 3rd for Chestnut Hill. We will be back with player interviews to wrap this things up. Cody Shelvin on the call. What a fun one here from the Post Center. 2-0 for Post on their basketball doubleheader. Again, we'll be back with player interviews soon. We'll see you in just a moment. Cody Shalfie here with Taquan Williams. And fun match. I mean, back and forth. You guys were going back and forth. The lead never got above 10. You guys end up, coming out in the end. And how much has this group really relied on each other towards the end? You guys are a very resilient group. You've had a good couple of close matches the last 2 games at home. How tight does that make you as a group, knowing you can go out there and get those tough wins like that?
It's very good. It's very good. At the start of the season, I feel like we really couldn't close out games yet. We didn't really mesh yet. But now we're building, we're bonding on and off the court, and obviously off the court that matters as much as on the court, in my opinion. So it's really good that we're able to band together and really close out games now, and it feels good, and we want to make a run. So that's what we plan to do.
Right, and you yourself finished with over 20 at 16 in the first half. Slow down a little bit, but you're able to do things like a whole bunch of other stuff. You lead the team in assists. You obviously are a great scorer, but you can put your hand in so many different barrels to help your team win. How has your game developed from just scoring, but doing all the other things as well over your time here?
I would say I learned from the guys that were here before me. There was a lot of guys here before me that were really good. There was a couple point guards, Quest Harris, Bo Laycock. They were really good point guards, and they did everything on the floor. So I learned from them, took a little bit from them, and then I watch basketball too, right. And I have to understand that as a point guard, and as the game changes, the point guard role expands. It does more than just pass the ball. It scores, rebounds, steals, all of it. So I have to expand my game, and that's how I expanded it.
Yeah, a real example of the modern point guard. Hey, great job today, man. You have I'm sure you have a couple days to rest up, and yes. you got beat up today, so you go rest up. All right.
Thank you.
Of course. And here with Deng Cook. And Deng, you hit the last field goal to take the lead, and you guys didn't give up the lead since then. You had a nice little run to start the second half. What was that shot like, the little short little bunny you took, what you're going through your head with like a minute and 30 left to go?
I just had to get it up. I seen Taquan. He made an awesome play to get the ball. It was kind of a loose ball at first. He stayed strong. He grabbed it. I'm like, oh, let me cut to the rim. I might can get a shot. I cut. He threw a nice pass, grabbed it, just had to finish the play. And felt good doing that. Right,
and you had a really good game. Fouls have been a little bit of a thing for you this year. You got out of foul trouble, were able to play an extended part in this game, 26 minutes. How much have you learned trying to, keep the body on the floor, defend without fouling, and then that expands the rest of your game, able to score some more, able to rebound some more, and give your team some more valuable minutes?
Yeah, I just have to play smart. Teams will like to go after me because I'm kind of a smaller 5, but I trust in my guys. I like to front the big, let them throw over the top, and then let my teammates steal the ball.
Right. Any big snow plans as you have we have a big snow front coming through? Any big snow plans for you?
Staying inside, staying safe.
Yeah, that's the way to go. All right, Deng, thank you so much, man. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Cody.
All right, so that is going to do it here from the Drumner Center. Again, a big doubleheader, 2 wins there. The men's and the women's side both getting big wins. Next game we will see from them will be back here on Wednesday against Bridgeport. I'll be there, so nice to see everybody back again. We'll see you then. Again, 2 big wins for both post programs. We'll see you next time here at Post Athletics.